Maguire, I'm your musical mentor. In these videos, I'm going to get a chance to share with you some of my knowledge that I've picked up in the last almost 20 years of learning guitar and studying music. And it's really a journey that you never stop, and you never stop learning as a musician. So it's my great pleasure to pass on some of the knowledge that I have picked up. The first video that I'd like to go through is how to practice. This is an area that really gets swept under the carpet quite a lot. Even a lot of guitar teachers don't even teach, or music teachers don't even teach how to practice. They tell you what to practice and tell you to do it, but not how to practice. And this is very important. It's the number one key to really getting some really good results. Okay, so how to practice. The first step is it's all in the planning. You have to plan your practice out. One of the best music schools on the planet is Musicians Institute in Los Angeles. So if you went to Musicians Institute, say if you went on Monday morning, you don't just roll onto the campus and you think, oh, what am I going to do today? Am I going to do some scales or just jam around? I don't know, I'll just grab a coffee. That's not going to be like that. It's a set program. You know, at 10 o'clock you have to be in learning modes, etc., etc. Your practice should be the same way. Plan each day, each time out. Have a specific time that you're going to practice. Know exactly what you're going to practice, and don't stop until it's done. Don't let any distractions get in your way. Separate, get a time that you can allocate, that's just your time, and you won't be disturbed by anything. Turn your cell phone off, and that's just your time to practice. Okay, so what goes into your plan? First step is to decide on what you want to do musically. Do you want to just sit around the campfire and play songs, or do you want to be the next Steve Vai? If you just want to sit around the campfire, you're going to have a very different plan to the guy that wants to play like Steve Vai, and vice versa. And there's nothing wrong with either of those two approaches or something totally different. It's really what you want to do. By getting a plan that suits. If you're stuck on what to put into your plan, definitely go see a guitar teacher. I do recommend that. Even if you have a good idea of what you want to do, just run it by a guitar teacher. It only costs a handful of bucks, and the knowledge that they'll pass on and tips is well worth it. I can't stress that enough. I still get guitar lessons myself all the time, even though I myself am a teacher. I think that's what makes me a good teacher. So I'm still a student. So yeah, go to see a guitar teacher, run it by them, and if you don't have a plan, they'll put a plan in for you. The next key is to keep it regular. You can't just go to the gym and once in your life and you go, oh yeah, I'm ripped for the rest of my life. It just doesn't work like that. And playing an instrument is not like that either. You have to do it each day, and I do preach practice each day. I don't believe in any days off. I think if you really love your instrument, you should wake up every morning just itching to play. And I think for me personally, if I have a day off, the next day it's a lot harder to sort of get into it. So that day off, have another day off, 2 days off, won't matter. Third day rolls around, I've had 2 days off, another day won't matter. Rolls on, and then when I do pick up a guitar, it's like an old friend I haven't seen for a little while. It's a little bit awkward to start off with. It's not very good. So daily practice. One of my sayings that I preach quite a lot is small daily improvements over time lead to stunning results. So even if you've got 15 minutes each day that you can spend practicing, times that by a week, a month, a year, you're going to see some terrific results from that 15 minutes each day. It's a religious each day. It's going to lead to stunning results. A few final tips. You have to keep it fun. If it's not fun, you're not going to do it each day. You're not going to get out of bed wanting to do it. You have to keep it fun. To keep it fun, you change it up. I don't practice exactly the same things each day. The only thing that I keep the same is the song that I really want to learn and really want to master. That's the only thing I keep practicing. All the scales and techniques and things like that I'm working on, they vary from day to day because I'll just get too bored. I have, because I'm Gen Y, my attention span is very, very little. So I get bored very, very easily. So I have to change it up each day, or I just start to zone out. Now you can adapt that to your own personality. Some people like to stay on something until they get it, and that's fine. You're going to find that fun, really getting that challenge. For me, I'm not built like that. I need variety each day. So do play to your personality. And then the last step is to challenge yourself. That's why you're practicing. Most guitar players, at least, will spend 80% of the time doing the stuff they find really easy and 20% of the time playing the stuff that challenges them. Really, you should be doing the reverse. Spend 80% of the time on the stuff that challenges you and only 20% of the time that you can do really well. If you do that, your playing is going to go from A to Z very, very quickly. You'd be very, very surprised. Just reverse those ratios around and you'll be quite surprised. Well, that's about all we've got time for in this video. Stay tuned for the next video. It's going to have even more tips, and it's going to be on goal setting, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Again, I was Chris Maguire, your musical mentor.